So, the fear of judgment. How many of you guys hate it when people judge you? How many of you guys hate it so much that even if they're not judging you, you hate the idea of people judging you? Guys, in this video, man, you know, the Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos that I'm delivering into you guys are stories that they're basically to help keep you guys on track, keep you on track to the dream. And I like to pull from stories that I've had in my past, you know? And the dogs just came running over here. The Sunday videos are just the weekly vlogs talking about the present. But I'll tell you something, I had some coaching calls today, yesterday, and the fear of judgment came up in most all of them. Okay? A lot of people are scared of a few things. They're scared of ill health, being broke, and judgment, criticism from other people. And I'll tell you guys this, man, whatever you're trying to achieve, the price of entry to your dream is criticism. You have to pay to go after your dream. Your dream is not free. And there's going to be a lot of costs that you incur. You're going to deal with judgment. You're going to deal with criticism. And if you can't callous yourself to the criticism, you'll never fucking make it. The world will tell you that it supports you, but that's bullshit. I know, I've been there. So there were a few times in my life where criticism was the loudest, and it was when I was the most nervous about what I was doing and the most daring. Okay, some examples. When I decided to go green to gold, go from enlisted to officer, go back to school, I feared going back to school and failing, and then everybody talking shit about how I failed the Army's green to gold program. Also, when I dropped my packet to go green to gold, for those of you guys that don't know, the green to gold program is basically a program in the Army that takes an enlisted guy and helps him become an officer, helps him go to school, get a degree, become an officer. And when I made that decision to switch from enlisted soldier to officer, I remember I was back at my duty station, I'd be standing in formation, and I was like a corporal at the time, an E4. And I would stand in formation, and word got around that I was going to go pursue a different direction, okay? And these people that I was around, they were close friends, right? They were people and leaders that I had deployed with and I went to Iraq with. These were close people to me. And then I even had my friends that I served with overseas as well. So I don't care if you're in the military or, you know, like I said, I say this in a lot of the videos, or if you're an entrepreneur, or if you're in a family-owned business and you want to break free. When you decide to choose a different path, people are going to speak up and they're going to criticize you. And one of the things that the guys used to say to me is they would sarcastically start calling me sir in advance. So I'd be in the formation and I'd be standing there as a corporal, and there were guys that started referring to me as sir. Hey, sir, kind of smile and laugh. And they would say it in a way as if I was too good for them. Okay, and they would even say that from time to time. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, you're just too good for us enlisted folk over here, sir." And it was like, you know, I understand some of the criticism that you get in life is just going to be people talking shit. Okay, other times people are going to make jabs that really fucking sting. Okay, another time when I was infantry PL, and I was getting ready to. I dropped my packet. I was doing the Army's Best Ranger competition, and then I dropped my packet to get into the 75th. There, I took a lot of heat from guys to my left and my right that said I was too good for the conventional Army. Now, some of them, again, were just fucking with me and just, you know, it's like locker room talk, like talking shit. But when you pursue a dream, sometimes that locker room talk fucking stings, because you're out there putting yourself out there, and then people are going to judge you for doing so, and so you get insecure about it, and their comments sting because you're insecure. All right? Now, I watched people opt out of their dreams because of the fear of judgment. People would start talking shit and they just couldn't hang it. They couldn't handle it. Okay? I see it today with my clients that I coach them through this. You know, they want to move. They want to move from one state to another state, and they're worried what their family's going to say if they do it. Or they start getting into personal development, and they notice that they start thinking positively. They start setting goals, and as they do that, and they start getting in incredible shape. Because that's what we do in my programs, guys, if you don't know. So I have a program called The Table, which does body and mind transformation. We build the best you. And then I have a program that helps you build the best life. All right, so The Table goes from $750 for 3 months, $1,300 for 6, $2K for a year. I give the guys like a fitness plan. I give them like a workout plan, nutrition plan, and then I coach them on how to become the best them. Like I got guys that are trying to be future officers in that program that are just there for the mentorship. I've got couples in there that are there for the relationship coaching that we do in that program. So it's to build the best you. And then the other program is the Winner's Table, and that's where we help you create 4 big goals that you want to go after. You want to change your life, grow your business, maybe settle down with somebody and marry somebody, or change where you live, right? That's the Winner's Table. Help you collapse the timeline to your goals, and I teach leadership and mindset in there. Okay. I'm not going to do that with all these videos, guys, but it's important that I do it periodically so you guys all know that I have stuff like that in the event that one of you guys is ready for the next step or whatever, okay? But point is, either way, you guys, the content I'm going to keep pumping this stuff out. You guys don't need to jump into programs. I'm just educating you as I go, all right? So point is that that's what I do with my coaching, my online coaching at least. I have events too. But, you know, one of the guys that I was talking to today, he's getting ready to move. And another one of my clients, I mean, there's been 3 or 4 of them this last week that have wanted to do something bold with either their life or their business, and they worried about what people were going to say. So what I learned through going through the military pipeline is that, like I mentioned, the cost for pursuing your dream, the price that you're going to pay, is criticism. You're going to deal with criticism. All right? And so what I'll tell you is that you have to get over it. You have to fucking learn to callous your mind. And the thing that I did is when the critics get loud, I just got deaf. You know, I just distanced myself from those guys. And whether they were joking with me or not, I just slowly got myself away and just went back to doing the work by myself. You know, I would go train, like if I was applying for Regiment, they would say some shit, and I'd just kind of laugh it off, and then I would just get to work. I would go train, I would go read, I would go study, and little by little, you know, my life started changing. And I basically put myself in a bubble, because when you do pursue a dream, you're very sensitive to criticism, and if you don't put yourself and isolate yourself, other people can influence you. So I put myself into a bubble, you know? And then when I was actually at the Regiment, I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and a lot of my peers found out about that. They knew that I was doing entrepreneurial things, and they kind of made fun of me about that shit. So the main thing that I just want to hammer home here, guys, is that the fear of judgment can make you or break you. I just allowed it to make me. I allowed all the judgment and the criticism to come in, and I just calloused myself to it, just like you would lifting weights, right? You go in to hit the bench press, and you can't bench press your body weight, but you build up, and then you can do it, and then you start stacking on, you get 2 plates on there, and that 2 plates on the bench press, it makes you feel like a man, right? 3 plates on the bench press, you're like freaking superhuman shit. If you've never bench pressed 2 plates, like that's such a, the first time you do it, it feels so damn good. Point is, though, bringing this all together, guys, is that this week, I don't know what you're going through, but if judgment is slowing you down, you got to start callousing yourself. You got to build up the reps. You got to, like, make yourself stronger. or because you got to be willing to pay the price. If the world is not a crazy enough place to reward a bunch of undeserving people. It's not. You have to become deserving of the dream. That's why the 1% are the 1%, is because they do what the others won't. A lot of people argue that the world isn't fair. No, the world is fair. It's just that most people don't work with the laws that govern it. Most people want the dream job without any adversity. What kind of dream job is that? So, as we wrap this up, guys, fear of judgment. It'll make you or break you. You can callous yourself to it, or you can get crushed by it. Callous yourself to the criticism. Go after what's in your heart. And when you do, you'll be freaking so happy of yourself, man. I just parked the Lambo coming back from the shop, and it felt really good to park that thing and think of all the people that judged me, that criticized me when I was pursuing my dream. And I parked that thing thinking, fuck you guys. No hard feelings to any of them. I don't mean any animosity. I got no hate for anybody. But you have to find a way to make the judgment work for you. And for me, I just built it up inside of my mind. I started using it as fuel. So you guys, enjoy the week ahead. Remember, the price that you're going to pay for your dream is criticism and judgment. Don't let it break you. Allow it to make you. Conquer all.